Hey, it's me, Kathy, and it's time to play. So I have an abundance of grits in my cabinet, and I have an abundance of milk left over from a wedding I catered recently. I bought too much milk to make the macaroni and cheese. So, amongst other things, we're going to make some creamy grits, creamy cheesy grits, and over those grits, we're going to put some sausage gravy. And the gravy, when I made the poutine two ways a while back, I saved the poutine gravy. It's regular beef gravy, enhanced with Worcestershire sauce and ketchup to give it a little zing. So I thought that would go really good with sausage. So a little sausage, a little onion, a little poutine gravy, and I did, tuck the instructions back into the video from when I made them before. So if you want to know how to make it, you can do it. And we're going to start with our grits, so let's go. We're going to start with 4 cups of milk. The ratio is 4 to 1. Okay, that didn't take long. We are at the boiling point. This is milk, so I don't want to bring it to a full rolling boil. So we're going to take a cup. These are stone ground grits. I'll show you the packaging. We're going to add them in. I'm going to even layer and whisk them while you're doing it. And they're all in. Now we're going to lower our temperature and cook these for about 20 minutes, stirring frequently. I just wanted to warn you that when the grits start to get thick, you need to stand back because they spit and they could hit you and burn you. I've been burnt many times by cooking grits, but we're going to get there. Okay, our grits are getting gritty, and at this point, I'm going to season them. A little salt. Pepper. And then we're going to toss in some butter. You know I like my butter. I have these cheddar cheese curds. Those are going into it. Cheesy and delicious. And then I'm going to enhance the cheese with a little bit of this pizza blend. The pizza blend is mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan, and Romano. Even before I lived in the South, I loved grits. Okay, our grits are done. They are creamy and cheesy. Not all that cheese curds have melted yet, so I'm going to put a cover on this guy and just let him sit for a while so the rest of the cheese melts. Then we're going to make our sausage gravy. Okay, so I've got a pound of bulk sausage. This is sweet sausage. You could use hot if you prefer that. And I was going to add onions to it. I said that in the intro, but then I remembered that in the poutine gravy, there are shallots and garlic. Butter's foamy. Now we're going to add some minced shallot and garlic. To which we're going to season with salt. Not too much because we're using beef broth. And pepper. And we're going to soften this down, and we're going to make our gravy. While those vegetables are softening, we're going to make a mix of chicken and beef broth. And I like to do that in a jar so I can shake it up. To which we are going to add some Worcestershire sauce and a little ketchup. This is going to give our gravy, our poutine gravy, a little bit of tang. And this is what goes in after our flour. Okay, as you can see, our vegetables, our shallots and garlic are cooked down nicely. We're going to sprinkle in some flour. So we're going to put quite a bit of flour in, probably 3 tablespoons or so, and make a nice thick roux. And yep, it's going to be thick. Our flour is all incorporated, as you can see, and it's like a paste, and we're going to cook that for about 3 to 5 more minutes to cook out the starchiness of the flour. Then we're going to add our stock. Ready for stock. And it's going in. Because this is so thick, the texture is so pasty, I think we might need a whisk. This is incorporated into this gravy. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, those clumps are all incorporated in, and if I find any more, I will pick the whisk back up. But we're going to cook this over medium heat to the boiling point. It's going to take about 10 minutes or so, and we'll see how thick it gets. Okay, we're there. You can see it's at the boiling point. I've actually turned the heat off at this point, but it's perfect consistency. Let's just take a little dipper and show you. And nice. Our sausage is sufficiently browned and crumbled. And now in comes our poutine gravy. Anyway, like I said, the recipe's on the website for this. So we're gonna stir that in. And then it's going on over our grits. And I think this would be a really nice brunch idea. Well, I didn't drain the sausage because there wasn't much fat, so we're just gonna keep with it. I had forgotten that we made the poutine gravy really, really thick so it wouldn't soak the French fries. But I do want it to soak the grits, so what I'm gonna do is make it a creamy gravy and thin it out with a little bit of half and half. It's gonna be delicious. Okay, we're bubbling up. I'm gonna turn off the heat now and I don't know. For brunch, I would have this with some nice runny eggs. So it's gonna be good. Let's plate it up and see what it looks like. Okay, our grits are down. And I have decided that I'm going to put the sausage around the edges of the grits. And there you have it. That is our cheesy grits with sausage gravy. And it's yummy and creamy. And like I say, it would make a great brunch with some poached eggs or some, you know, lightly fried eggs. I just had a quick thought and I'm gonna add it in, but I suggested breakfast with some runny eggs, but if you wanted to serve it for dinner, some sauteed collards would be awesome, or spinach, depending on what you have where you are, and eat it up. And wow, delicious. It's fun to play. As you can see, I have some grit splatter on myself. It's very dangerous to cook grits that way. Sometimes people recommend that you could, you know, cover them when you cook them, or you can use quick cooking grits. I just like the stone ground ones because I'm in the South and that's what they do. So anyway, thanks for playing with me today, and we'll do it again soon.